Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Superstar PartyPlex 12 FPS. My name is Zen, and tonight I will be playing Eggs Florentine and Handy because it goes wherever he goes. And with me tonight is.
Hi, I'm Mira. I will be playing James Thomas, an employee of the PartyPlex.
Oh, so how's James doing tonight?
He's doing good. He has the unfortunate tendency to get hyper focused on whatever task he has been set upon. Um, he has rediscovered that he has this tendency because he's an amnesiac, and so he didn't know that this was going to happen, but it turns out that when you set him about cleaning and everybody else just kind of lets him do his thing, yeah, he's gonna just keep steamrolling until the job is done, come hell or high water.
Oh my god. Precious. There's probably still like a couple of staff bots in there, like mopping the floor with him, but yeah, like scrubbing dishes and putting them in the dishwasher and like throwing out all the like scraps and stuff and like there's a lot to do with a kitchen this size.
hmm
And it keeps him busy for ooh, a while.
Yeah, and the fact that there's like staff bots working alongside him kind of lulls him into the false impression that, oh hey, people are still working around me and stuff. It's totally fine. There's no reason why he should be worried about stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, other people are still here, so clearly it's fine for him to still be here. Uh Forgetting the fact that these are not people and they just live here and they're just here all the time.
Yep, he has oh, what is the word? Personified the bots. Where he's just like, "Oh, they're my coworkers. They are my little beat. They're my coworkers. We're all working together here with the autism moment." He does not
Aww,
connect the dots, especially in the throes of hyperfocus.
that's so cute. That's so cute. He should meet Otto at some point, but that'll be a separate a separate thing. But he finally finishes up his cleaning and looks up at the clock and it's a little past midnight, maybe like midnight 30, getting towards 1 a.m.
He blinks. It's like, wait, I was clocked in. I was supposed to be clocked off at a more reasonable time. What? Why did no one stop me?
Do you want to roll perception?
Oh boy, do I. Let me just look at his perception roll. Okay, modifier. Da, da, D plus X.
It
Oh,
is
right. I forgot
slash R.
that it's slash R here.
12.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, uh, with a 12, I think like you look around the rest of the kitchen and you see like a couple lights have been flipped off. There's the staff bots you were working alongside who are like diligently mopping select sections of the floor, but no other like human or toon employees. Like you look out from the kitchen to like the food service counter and see like that whole room is a lot darker cuz most of the lights have been turned off and it's like, "Oh yeah, there was no one left here to tell you that you should be going."
He just kind of puts his hands on his hips and goes, "Man, the communication skills here are not great. Why does that feel familiar?"
I think it would be really fucking funny if he like goes to check his Razwatch and has like 50 unopened messages telling him to clock out, but just didn't notice any of them.
That would be really funny. Do we want to make that canon for this FPS?
Hell yeah, I'm down for it if you are.
All right. He just kind of glances at his Raz watch and goes, "Oh, this also feels familiar." He gets like a flash of like a girl with blonde hair just staring daggers at him from behind a mask, like a little like superhero mask, and then he's like, "Ah." He's like, "Who was that?"
Jump scare.
Wait, no, sorry, it wasn't blonde. It was red, a redhead.
Mm.
Sorry, I got two of the characters in his backstory mixed up.
I'm 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 sorry, I have to say the FNAF joke. White woman jump scare.
I have no context, but that is still funny.
Someone post white woman jump scare in the front row seats. uh but yeah, now that he knows he's definitely put in a few more hours than he was supposed to, is he gonna go try and clock out and get out of here?
Yep, because he's under the impression that that's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm. Yeah, he's running a little late, but better late than never.
Mhm.
So he heads out into like the nearest employee break room where you can punch in and out. Oh my
Mhm.
god, they would probably do it on their Raz watches, wouldn't they?
They probably would.
That makes so much more sense than like a time card machine. So probably like logging into the time card program on his Raz watch to punch out while he's like making his way to the front doors.
Mhm.
Do you want to roll another perception?
Yep. Let's do that. Not. Oh, much better. That's a dirty 22.
Yeah. So this time, like as James is making his way through the PartyPlex, he can see, oh, this place is definitely shut down for the night and like on overnight protocols. There's like some security bots patrolling with flashlights, most of the lights turned off. Uh and most importantly, as he gets to the front doors to leave, there's like a huge sliding metal grate over them, so no getting out that way.
This is beginning to feel incredibly familiar. He feels like he has been places where it's like in that twilight zone of the thing is closed. You shouldn't be here, but you're here. Like going to like the school playground at night and stuff, like that kind of
Mm.
vibe where it's always active during the day and stuff, and all of a sudden you're seeing it in a new light with it completely dead.
Yeah.
And so he's just sitting here going, "This is both creepy and familiar. What the heck was I doing before this?" So he's gonna turn on his heel, try and avoid setting off the security bots, and head to a break room, I guess, to sleep over.
Oh.
Because he's just like, I don't really want to fight security just to get out.
This is fair. Uh I think like as you're making your way back to a break room, you can easily dodge the security bots. They're really obvious when you see them coming. They have like these flashlights in this dark room. It's easy to see them coming. But riding off of that 22 perception, James will also notice that it's not just robots patrolling security around here. There are a couple of non-robotic employees, it seems. Well,
Mhm.
even not just non-robotic, because like with that 22, you probably do spot Harlequinette skittering in the rafters for a second or something. Uh,
He, despite himself, does like do a full body flinch before his brain goes, "Oh, right, that's Harley Quinette."
mm, and also like some more traditional employees patrolling the halls. Most of whom also have flashlights, but uh, yeah, still with the 22, you notice like much later than you noticed all the other security guards with flashlights that there is someone in a security guard uniform without a flashlight who is walking in your direction.
This is perking ooh, sorry, soda. uh perking his interest and like suspicions because all the other security bots have yes, they're in uniform, but they also got the standard flashlight. I- Hmm. He's also very quietly glad in the back of his brain that he did not put off his uniform and name tag.
Yeah,
So
probably.
it's gonna be pretty obvious that this poor guy hyper fixated on cleaning, and that's why he's here.
Hmm. Well, maybe not to that degree, but that he's supposed to be here at least some of the time. Maybe not right now, but he didn't
Yes,
break in.
yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Hmm. Yeah, so is James just gonna continue walking towards this guy or do
He
anything?
he's of two minds. One, he needs to get to a break room. Two, this person is a little bit more suspicious just for the fact that they are without a flashlight. But hey, to James's knowledge, they could just be someone with really good dark vision. That's possible.
I mean, you could try rolling insight.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna roll insight.
I'm also gonna roll a perception to see if he's seen you
Okay.
yet.
All right, that is a
Maybe not.
20 plus 6 as well.
That
I
wasn't a roll, it was just math.
Yeah. Whoops.
Alas.
Alas. I was
Nat
gonna
20 would
say
have been really cool.
it would have been really cool. D20 plus 6. Okay, that's a 17 on insight. I'm I'm going to roll stealth really quick just because James
Mm.
was kind of trying to avoid
Yeah, go for
the
it.
bots and stuff, so we'll see if that 11
Just
will
being a
actually
little
be
sneak.
enough or not. Okay, that's
Mm.
a plus 4.
Ooh, yeah, it
Oh,
is.
all right. Yeah, he's kind of painting the picture. He's kind of melding into the shadows where people and bots don't have their lights shining and stuff, but he's sticking to the darkest of shadows in a way that's very very if any but to the viewers in the front row seats would recognize as something very practiced. Um it
Mm.
there's like audience wise, people would get the impression that he's done this kind of sneaky sneak stuff before. But since this person has not seen James hiding in the shadows, this person does not know that. And he's just gonna kind
Oh,
of keep an eye on this person and
yeah.
stuff. Uh,
And I
what's
also
his insight got?
yeah, I was circling around to that. So as this guy gets closer, you can see that while he is wearing the full uniform, he's also wearing a mask that looks to be like a fox. So that makes it maybe a little harder than it might be otherwise to see his expressions, but the mask does emote at least a little bit. And he doesn't notice you. He's not trying super hard to keep a lookout for people, it seems like. He seems more distracted. And I think because he hasn't noticed you, uh you get to like as he gets closer you can overhear him. You'd certainly hear Handy first. So you hear this voice coming from his watch that's just like, "Oh, you've been at it for weeks already. Aren't you just going to bite the bullet and make a decision here?" Uh, and then he says something back that's not audible because his voice is too quiet. And the watch again pipes up like, "No, I get it, but ugh, that doesn't mean I have to like hearing you whine about it all the time." And you can start to hear him go like, "No, I understand. It's not like I can talk about this with anyone else at the moment." Uh,
James squinting.
the watch is like, "Ugh, I know, just, ugh."
James's interest has been piqued. He's gonna try and follow the arguing pair.
uh, yeah. Uh, and they continue. Like Eggs is walking along a patrol route. He doesn't seem to have any trouble navigating, whether that's because it's not dark enough in here or because he doesn't have a problem seeing in the dark. Uh, uh, and he's like, "I can't afford to misfire here. If I make the wrong decision, oh." And Handy's like I said, I get it. I get why you're endlessly debating this with yourself. But, oh, man, I hope we find her soon, because then you can bother someone else about this.
Yeah, if there was any chance that James was just gonna sneak on past and not follow them after this, yeah, no, that's gone out the window. His sense, his like little senses are going like beep 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 beep. Plot? There
Plot
is a mystery
indeed.
afoot.
Mm-hmm. Can,
Someone is missing.
can I roll another perception, perhaps?
Go ahead.
And maybe James roll another stealth because
Yeah.
moving along trying to follow versus just
Mhm.
hiding.
Yep. 20 plus 4.
Uh, It's a perfect tie! Should we just, uh,
What's really funny is like how like usually it's like the higher modifier goes. They have the same
same
modifier.
modifier? What do we do here? Do we just roll again? I know
Maybe?
meets it beats it, but who's meeting and who's beating? which
I
is
know. How about we roll one more time?
okay. Pengu has also suggested just flipping a coin, but
That's true. Do we just want to do one of us picks one or two and then we just
sure.
roll?
How about I'll be two because I've got the two guys.
Okay, all right. I'll be one then.
Let's see. Why do I have caps lock on?
Oh,
Oh, so James continues stealthing along, and I have to figure out how to continue this conversation.
I'm so sorry.
No, no, it's fine. It's fine. Uh,
I mean, this really fits for James's backstory.
the lore
even
for both of
even in
them.
even in like the brightest colors, he's very easy to hide.
Mhm. So yeah, as you're following along, uh Eggs goes, or well, the man in the mask, you don't know his name yet, uh goes, yeah, I hope we find her soon too, but there's no guarantee she'll even want to talk to me after what I did. I mean, just because we weren't on bad terms when we parted doesn't mean she's still going to have any goodwill towards me. And Handy's like, oh my god. You are such a stick in the mud. You are such a downer. Oh my god.
James feeling a little awkward now because like, oh, baggage. Oof. But also this missing person. Give me more details.
I feel like there is an awkward silence between them before Handy just goes, and you're sure it's her? Yeah, yes. I mean, she looks a little different now, but that's to be expected. I mean, if I don't exactly look the same either, so. But it was her. And that means that it's them here. And I just have to know how many. And Handy's just like, right. You have a reason to suspect it's more than just the two of them? Not exactly, but if two of them survived, I wouldn't be so surprised if the rest of them did.
James is just a fly on the wall going, what the heck is happening here? I have no context for anything.
Don't worry, no one else does either. Or at least most people don't. Don't worry about it. This is untread ground. Sorry.
Manacle DM laughter.
Oh. I'm
So
looking
do we
through
want
front row seats. Uh, another perception
yeah.
stealth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest.
Sooner or later, he has to get
Yep.
spotted, and
Oh,
it might be
that's
right now. Let's see.
yep, let's see. Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Oh boy.
Yeah, 23 perception versus 15 stealth. I feel like they go to turn a corner and like Eggs looks back over his shoulder as they turn the corner and spots James suddenly and like eyes locked on James.
There's a oh shit moment before he's like ducking into the shadows even further.
Mm. X is gonna try to like follow him. Like if James is like running, he's ducking into the shot. Yeah, X is gonna turn and start going after James. And you hear Handy pipe up like, "Wait, is that some? Was that creep following us, dude? What the hell?"
Jay is regretting his decisions.
Mm-hmm.
He is just booking it. Like, this feels familiar. This feels really familiar. Why does this feel familiar? I'm really stupid. Why is this going on?
Is he running?
He is running.
X is gonna run after him. What's his movement speed?
His movement speed. Oh my gosh, I'm like grinning so hard. My hands, my not my hands, my cheeks are aching. Oh my gosh.
Aw.
Like this is good. Uh, DMV. Be nice. That's why. One second, I have to reload my source material real quick
Mm-hmm.
because it was giving me a 0, and I was like, "Why are you a 0?"
My TMP gives me a 0 also because of the homebrew I have.
Mm.
It's 30 though.
There we go. Yeah, his is 32.
We gotta roll something else here.
Yep.
Athletics?
Yeah. Let's roll athletics, I guess.
Whoa. I wasn't
Oh.
expecting that. X has no modifier but got a nat 20.
20. Oh. Yep.
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
How tall is Eggs?
5'10".
Okay, he's a little bit taller than James. I think I put him as like 5'6" question mark.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, he's running. James is running down the hallways of the Partyplex, and ominous looking tall masked man with pitch black eyes running after him.
Yep, he's just like, why
Oh.
does this feel so familiar? But I also feel like I used to have backup.
I get the feeling that like he almost runs into a security bot and has to dodge, and that's when Egg sort of like grabs him. Probably
Grabs
just
him by
like
the
hand on the shoulder for now, but is
just
like, okay, let's try this again, and you don't run away this time.
hi.
Hi, what are you doing here after hours?
Long story, but I hyper focused so hard I didn't realize that everybody had left. And I was heading to a break room, but then your guys' conversation sounded interesting, and but I'm sorry. That was really rude of me.
And you like, yeah, no shit, you little snoop, what the hell?
I apologized.
Egg's looking at his watch like, Andy, honestly, you're no better. You watch the security cameras all the time. Uh, only some of the time. Only when things are boring. Still, I don't think you're in any position to be calling someone a snoop. Uh, but yeah. How much did you hear?
Uh, Something about someone being missing? Question mark. I have no context whatsoever, so
Okay. Yeah, that's fine then. Nobody's actually missing. Just uh trying to reconnect with an old friend and lost their number.
he's rolling insight on that.
Go for it. I am rolling against that.
Okay, that's a +6.
It's a tie again. But this time I know who is the active participant versus the defendant. So yeah, uh 23 insight. Uh that's partially true. Uh no one's missing per se. He's trying to reconnect with someone he knows. He never had their phone number. That's totally irrelevant, but he's just trying to make it sound a little bit less creepy.
He squints. Do you need, like, help with this or something?
Um he he stands there deer in the headlights like I I think we've got it handled between us. I I don't want to drag anyone else into this.
And why not? Because it sounded like your friend was super annoyed at you.
Well, I don't know if annoyed is the word. I don't really know how she's feeling right now.
Oh, no, I meant the friend who watches the security cameras.
And you like, oh, me?
Yeah, you.
That's kind of like my default state. Like,
Huh. There's like a little like thought bubble of like a person with like a deadpan expression before he like it like kind of goes and he's like, "Huh, that feels familiar."
do you want to roll perception?
Sure. D20 +6.
Yeah,
Well,
dirty 20. Now that you're closer, like, before it was probably a safe assumption that maybe this night guard was on a call with someone via the Razwatch. Now that you're up close, you can see the Razwatch has little googly eyes, which are looking at you with a sort of bewildered expression. He wasn't talking to someone on the Razwatch, he was talking to the Razwatch itself.
oh, he waves at Handy.
Yeah, I'm right here. I can see you.
Yeah, I know, but I thought you guys were on a call or something. I didn't realize that you were here.
Wow, look at this. Look at this, Eggs. We've got Einquell's best detective right here. Maybe we should ask for his help.
He bristles a little bit.
Handy, please. You don't have to antagonize absolutely everyone that we talk to. No, I don't have to.
James's eye is twitching a little bit. He just kind of sucks in a deep breath and shoves his hands in his pockets like you don't have to share, but it sounds like you might need an outside perspective. Doesn't have to be me. Just thought I'd offer. There's nothing really else I can really do until morning comes, anyways. I don't really want to set off the alarm system.
Yes, that's probably for the best, and I'm afraid all the doors have locked for the night, so.
Yeah, that's why I was originally heading to a break room and stuff.
Mm, probably for the best. Uh, And Hansy's like, unless you wanted to patrol around the whole PartyPlex like 5 times before 6 a.m.
Is that how long it takes to usually wait out the shift?
Midnight to 6 is the overnight shift, yeah.
So, like, in that time, you guys tend to, like, loop around 5 times?
Something like that. It's a big
Fun.
place. Well, it's a job.
Yeah, I guess.
You can roll
Still
insight on
can't
that.
Yeah, let's do. That is a +6.
Yeah, it it is a job. Eggs doesn't really care about the amount of work that's in it. He's here for other reasons.
Huh. He just kind of shrugs a little bit and is just like, I still can't really believe capitalism is a thing.
Uh, I'm trying to figure out how to respond to that. Uh,
Because, like, James is noting down that there's, like, a different reason why Eggs is doing this job, but he's like, I've been getting deflections for a
mhm.
bit, so why not try some small talk? I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
doesn't have to let on everything he knows. Uh, yeah, unfortunately, money runs the world or whatever.
Ugh. Feel free to roll insight on James.
Sure. 8.
He looks annoyed by something, but you don't know what.
Honestly, Handy. What? Is the concept new to you or something?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. I've only got like a few months of memory in me.
Oh, no shit. You like.
Yeah, shit.
I'm sorry, but no shit? Yeah, shit. So funny to me right now. And he's like, are you like new or.
I woke up. The pretty sure I existed beforehand. Because why would a tune manifest underground?
Okay, yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah,
You can tell
no.
they are now intrigued.
It's like, yeah, no, it was like awful. Your mouth turns dirt to mud. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, I like totally messed up my hands getting out.
Oh, that sounds really awful.
It's my first memory. I don't really like small enclosed spaces, but what can you do? And clowns, which is unfortunate because I really do like Harlequinette. It's just that I have to remember that it's Harlequinette instead of a really bad clown that I don't know the name of.
Real insight.
All right, that is an RC 20. Ah, gosh dang it. That is
11.
a, well, I forgot to add the 6, so that is
Oh, a
a
17.
17.
Holy shit, yeah, that changes a lot. Yeah, you can
Yes.
see, like, Eggs is kind of, like, listening along sympathetically until you mention Harlequinette and, like, you're friends with them, and then, like, he sort of tunes in a little bit more. Uh, and you can tell, like, he's sort of like very keen eyed on you. Handy, not so much so. And X is like, oh, that's bad luck for a place to work then. We've got a few clowns, but you get along with Harlequinette?
Yeah, we did like a stage play together. It was really fun.
Hmm. And they didn't creep you out or anything?
Well, I mean, I had a bad reaction at first, but uh, um, everything worked out, and I got cast as the hero. So, we're cool now. It just I have to like take really deep breaths for a little bit before my fight or flight stops fight or flighting.
Hmm. So it's just your phobia, not anything they did.
Oh yeah, no, they're like really nice.
So I keep hearing.
Have you not met them?
I've met them a few times.
Were they not nice? Did you like not get along initially?
You can roll insight. Uh, as he's like, ah, I'm gonna roll this first. Uh, not exactly. We haven't, not gotten along. Just, you could say I'm a little nervous around, them as well. And with that insight, you can tell this is largely fabricated. You don't, uh, like, he's saying, oh, he hasn't had any bad experiences with Harlequinette. It seems like maybe he has. He says, oh, he's just nervous around them. That part, probably true. Uh,
He kind
but
of
yeah,
like folds his arms.
he is choosing his words very carefully to try to not say anything that's an outright lie, but is very much trying to cover up the truth.
Okay, so like are you just trying to be like that weird polite thing where you don't want to like slander someone else's friend or like
It's a very complicated situation.
hmm eh, okay, I guess I not gonna pry if you don't want to elaborate, I guess, but eh, anything I should know or something? I don't know, man. I'm like, well, pronouns. I'm James. I sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm James Thomas. He, him. Uh,
Uh,
what are your guys' pronouns and stuff?
uh, I'm Eggs Florentine. He, him, and this is Handy. Uses it pronouns.
Ah, well, again, sorry about the whole entire tailing you guys thing. I honestly I'm a little confused on why I did it, but it kind of wait, eggs. They they mentioned that like you had wet cat energy and I had wet cat energy. There was like a
Who?
whole entire conversation I did not follow because I got really confused and did not realize eggs was a name for a moment. Like I literally thought they were talking about a plate of eggs.
Who is this?
Uh Mira the player does not remember who exactly
It
said it
was
if it
it
was
was Harlequinette.
okay, it was Harley Quinette. Thank you. And he's like, Harley Quinette mentioned you.
Oh, so they're talking about me
I
without
I mean,
having gotten to know me.
it wasn't necessarily bad, I don't think. Really? They from what they were kind of doing a comparison of and stuff, it kind of sounded like we'd get along or something. I don't know, man. I'm like really bad with people. So like it could have been a bit derogatory. I don't know, man.
They have met Eggs Florentine all of like 3 times, and they're going around talking, and I've been so careful not to say anything that might put their position here at risk until I was certain. Oh, great.
Hmm. So like do you need me to talk to them about not
No,
saying shit
no,
about
no,
you?
no, don't mention it at all. Maybe don't
It,
mention any of tonight at all.
it's okay?
I will talk to them myself once I know what I'm going to say. But until then, I'm mostly just trying to stay under their radar.
All right. Um let me know if that ever changes and stuff. This is kind of awkward. I mean, no fault to you or
No, I get
whatever is
that a lot.
going on. Just yeah, oh gosh, this is like well, at least I'm not like a messenger bird or anything. Um yeah, okay. All right. Lips closed, I guess.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, no problem. I hope whatever you need to talk to Harlequinette about or whatever it goes well for both of you, I guess.
Me
I
too.
did, I'm sorry, man. I'm like trying my best.
Handy, like,
Like you don't even need real insight to know he's just kind of like really confused about everything and he's just like I'm like barely sensing the edges of whatever the heck is going on between you two and the vibes are weird.
oh, the vibes are so weird.
Yep. He's just like he doesn't really know what to do with himself right now.
Mm. Handy is swooping in like, okay, we gotta change the subject here. So you're new or no memories? Not new? Uh,
I mean,
new to the
I'm like
PartyPlex,
very
I
new to
think.
the PartyPlex. New in the sense that yeah, I don't remember shit.
Oh, welcome to the club, buddy.
Oh, no memory gang too? Points to Hansy. Hands,
Handy,
handy.
like helpful.
Yeah,
Uh,
handy.
I mean,
My tongue.
I mean, no memories to have. I'm actually new to being alive for like a month.
Oh,
Mm.
that's cool. I'm like pretty sure I existed before not having memories, but who the heck knows? From what I've read in the library and shit, the tunes can like pop up having full baked backstories and shit. So like, how is existence, man? Like, how you doing? And like, any complaints? I don't know. I am so sorry.
And he just
James
like,
says,
no, no, I can see it. I can see why Harlequinette said you two would get along. You are almost as awkward as eggs. Uh,
I can't
existence
tell
is
if,
fine, I guess. Uh,
well, at least it's not like shit.
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt your first thing.
Uh, shoot. I can't remember.
Oh
James got
no.
like focused on responding to Handy.
Oh no. It was like Handy was saying, "Oh yeah, I can see why Harlequinette said you guys would be the same. You're almost as awkward as eggs."
Oh, I remember. He's like, I don't know if I should be offended or should be complimented. Like, huh?
Probably offended. This one is really bad at conversation.
I mean, it, so am I.
Yeah, see? Two peas in a pod.
Thanks. I think.
Andy is like giving the emoji, the like angry cat face emoji, just like smug. Or maybe a smirking emoji. You know? Just like it's being a little shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Handy's like, eggs for a guy that actually has experience being alive and talking to other people. You should probably be better at talking to other people than the guy with no memories.
Hey, some people just don't conversation good.
You could try rolling insight.
Yep. 20 plus 6. Oh,
Oh my god,
that
a
is a dirty
24.
24.
Hmm. So I think with that, what you get is this is like playful teasing from Handy. It's he. It doesn't like not mean what it's saying, but it's supposed to be like
Poke,
not
poke, nudge,
entirely mean
nudge.
spirited, just like poking us in the direction of like you should talk to people more. Uh, and Eggs is like not upset by it and doesn't really disagree with it, just like does not really consider social skills a very important thing for him to have and is just like not really affected whatsoever by this comment.
James is just like, oh, okay. So this is like teasing in the back of his brain.
That is the primary way that Handy communicates.
I love Handy. It's great.
The sleeper hit of the PartyPlex server. Handy. Wasn't even supposed to be a character, but here we are.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens sometimes.
Hmm.
So yeah, James just kind of like puts his hands back in his pockets and does a little shrug and stuff. Eh, He doesn't know, man. It's late. He still feels wired, but also he did a large round of cleaning.
Hmm. Yeah. Can I roll insight
Go ahead.
to see just like how much of that uh egg slash hand you're getting?
Eh,
7. Is this man tired or is he awake?
They do not know. He's certainly blinking, so he's probably awake.
Hmm. Sorry, I should let you go to the break room and get some rest. Right? You probably need to sleep. Uh,
I mean, technically, yes, but like, I get the feeling that I used to pull really late nights. So, like, even though I'm like awkward as shit, like, if you still want to chat or anything, you. But also, I know patrol's important in whatever, so like, I can take the exit of going to the break room if you really need, but like, if, I don't know, man. It's nice to talk to people.
I mean, you can come along with us on patrol if you don't want to sleep. Uh,
He perks up a little bit, and he's just like, I mean, yeah, I he it's just like tomorrow's like, well, tomorrow, today, whatever. When this morning, it's technically my day off, so like, he shrugs. I I can sleep later.
mm,
If you
X
want to roll
nods.
insight again,
Sure.
though, go ahead.
9. Oh my god.
Okay, well, the DC for this was pretty low in my head. So, Eggs, you get the realization that for whatever reason, the reason not being super clear, James actually looks really excited to be on quote unquote patrol with someone.
Aw.
It's like stepping into your favorite boots kind of feeling.
Aw. I feel like as they start walking, X is like, they're still hiring security guards if you wanted to switch from
Hmm.
where do you work now? What?
In the kitchens, I make pizza a lot of the times. Like maybe I could like do some swing shifts and shit, cause like I don't mind cooking. Cooking has like some good feelings attached to it. I think like whoever taught me to cook was like the best, you know. So like, and I don't know, man. Like I just the feelings that some things have attached to them, they're really nice.
Yeah, they can be, right?
Hmm. But yeah, like yeah, maybe being part-time security would be like nice, I think.
Yeah, it's worth asking about if it's something that interests you.
Yeah.
Although, I don't think the doing some overnights and some day shifts works out so well for most people. There's this other security guard. I haven't really talked to him much, but he works both shifts and he drinks so much coffee. He is talking about
He
Kestrel, by the way.
he kind of like squints off into the distance and is like, for some reason, I feel like there in my past was like someone who limited my coffee intake. Meh, but like, I mean,
Oh no. Are we gonna have a problem here?
uh,
Since there's no one around to do that now.
no, I can limit my own coffee intake.
I
I'm
mean,
not
it
a
sounds
kid.
like you can't.
Look, there's having like a cup of coffee in the morning with your breakfast, and then there's like having a cup of coffee every single meal kind of shit. It was only with breakfast. I think it was because I was itty bitty and whoever was limiting my coffee intake was concerned about growth, but it felt like I didn't really give a shit because, like, I think I was like really scrawny and didn't think I'd grow anymore. Anyways,
Mm,
like, I don't got full details. It's just vague feelings and like half remembered shit. It's like all in a fog, man.
hmm. I think X is curious how James feels about that. Should I roll insight?
Sure, go ahead. Ooh,
22. And you can roll an
okay.
insight in return if you want, but
Um, well, a 22. Uh, Eggs gets that James is really frustrated with not having any real concrete memories. He doesn't really remember people all that much outside of like brief flashes that has no context. And it's just really frustrating for him, so he's just kind of trying to chase what feels familiar.
hmm. And he can roll insight back on Eggs if he wants to see Eggs's
Mhm.
reaction to this.
Okay. Typey type. All right. What
14.
does a 14 get him?
I think like as you're describing everything sort of being a fog, Eggs looks like a little bit wistful, and you get the sense there are some memories he wouldn't mind losing to a fog.
Ugh. He's like just piggybacking off that 22. He's just like he, sorry. He just is like I get the feeling that there's some shit that I really don't want to remember, but like would it be really worth it to not remember the shitty stuff when you can't even really remember the good?
I mean, you have the chance to make more good memories without having to be dragged down by the bad ones. I guess it depends on how bad the things you're forgetting are.
Out of character, me starting to laugh. He just kind of like idly kind of like kicks his toe against the floor as they walk and is just like I don't know, like it feels really unmooring. Like I'm just drifting. At least if I remember shit, means I know where it came from, not just something crawling out of the ground like a monster or something.
Maybe, but I remember everything, and I've been drifting anyway, so.
Well, maybe you'll find a nice place to land. Stop drifting with the wind. I think that's what happened at least one point. Found a place to land and then shit happens like it always does.
Hmm.
It's like shit's always gonna happen. I don't think forgetting is necessarily the best option.
It might not be the best option, but it's an option you have now, and
I'm
not everyone gets that option.
not sure if I want the option really. Just kind of feels like a chunk has been ripped out of me. Like it. I don't. I don't think I. I don't think new memories would fill that hole. I think the only thing that would actually fill it is remembering. Because hell, I'm still hurt from whatever the hell happened. It would be really nice to know why.
You want to remember getting hurt.
Yeah, because I'm still hurt. I'm still dealing with the fallout. Not remembering doesn't exclude you from that.
Maybe not, but if you do remember, you're going to be reliving through all that hurt again.
I mean, still getting kind of flashes and shit. I just don't know enough to like understand what all of the images in my head mean.
I mean, I hate to keep saying it, but there's a chance that that's for the better.
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that, I think.
Well, I hope that when it comes to you, I'm wrong about it.
Yeah. I mean, the plot's gonna plot, so like, just see where it takes us both, you know?
Right.
James kind of shrugs. Like, he's got his opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Eggs has his.
I feel like Handy cuts in at this moment and, like, to James, it's like, you see what I'm working with here? You see what a fucking downer this guy is? Oh my god.
I mean, I think there was a downer in my life too, and eh, someone's got to bring him to give him a little bit of light. That's probably you, Handy.
Ugh. Andy is, like, making a grimacing emoji on its screen. Like,
James laughs. Just teasing.
fine, I guess I should be able to take it if I dish it, but still.
uh, what I mean is, you call him out on his shit. People need that.
Yeah, that I can do. Trying to get him to realize that there might be anything besides depressing shit in the world. That, not so much.
Eh, yeah, that feels familiar. Sometimes you just get so wrapped up in what happened and shit that it's hard to see past that. So, like, Eggs, I can see where you're coming from. I think it's just finding a balance of not necessarily ignoring it, but not letting it control you. Does that make sense?
Probably. I can see where you're coming from, at least.
I'm just trying to say what sounds right. So like take my words with a grain of salt and all that shit.
Did he suddenly get southern?
I'm I'm still trying to figure out his voice. Cuz the thing is James is supposed to have an accent and stuff, but I don't know what that accent is. That and I'm very bad at being consistent outside of like vibes.
The mood. The mood. Oh, so true.
Like my voices range from baby to just slightly different from my regular speaking voice and then suddenly southern.
Oh. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. I was taken aback. James
I'm
starts giving out
sorry.
with him, and suddenly he's southern.
It could be he's quoting someone and doesn't even realize it.
Oh man. Oh. Well, I feel like X is like, "That- yeah, that is probably good advice for most people."
Take it or leave it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Hmm.
Anyways, how is this patrol going?
Uh, they sure are walking. uh, yeah, Eggs is not pulled out a flashlight, is not using a flashlight, and you know, uh, I won't make you roll for this. There's no flashlight in his belt, even.
hmm James is kind of like, it's like, man, this feels kind of familiar. Just walking in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
like in his head, he's just like, this feels familiar, but also at the same time, this feels a little weird. So, like, do you not need a flashlight like all the other people on shift?
Oh, no. I can see in the dark just fine. And, uh, not using a flashlight helps stay a little bit stealthier.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
definitely. I
in
think
in
that's
case
honestly.
in case there's anyone here that's not supposed to be, and then I can sneak up on them. Uh,
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one of the reasons why it kind of stuck out to me a little bit, just because everybody else had the flashlights and shit.
yeah. Uh, yeah. I had a flashlight at one point, but uh, kid has it now. A kid took it. Uh, I gave it away. Anyway, I don't really need it, so it's fine.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, all else comes to it, though. You could use like a flashlight as like smacking somebody over the head if you really needed to.
I'd rather not. I don't think that would be a good course of action.
He shrugs.
I mean, I've got other ways of defending myself besides
Eh,
smacking people with blunt objects.
fair enough. Well, at least you can see and stuff, so like that's good.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you probably can't, can you?
But this feels like familiar and shit. It's more like you gotta listen for things being not normal.
That's a good skill to have. Uh,
Plus, I think wherever I was before all this and stuff was like there were street lights. I think.
hmm. Belated, you can roll an insight check.
Oh, that's true. Alrighty, 20 plus 6. That's a
Nine.
9.
No, you don't get anything. It seems like Eggs is just trying to make conversation.
I feel like there's like a little awkward pause or whatever because James doesn't know what to say next.
Eggs doesn't either.
Well, it's been about an hour or so. Do we want to maybe wrap up since our OCs are not being very communicative?
I had one more idea for Handy if that is good with you.
Go ahead.
Handy just like tension you could cut with a knife. So you make pizza. Uh, how's the pizza here? Like, is it good or?
I feel like there was a better recipe out there, but like for PartyPlex pizza, this is pretty good. Cause like you gotta make it fast, you know? So like there's gonna be a sacrifice of quality somewhere, but considering the fact that it's not part of the dough and the dough is one of the most important parts of a pizza, and like it's not the sauce that's not sauce is also important. James is gonna kind of start rambling about food.
Mm-hmm. Handy is just barely listening, but does have like a little smirk emoji, like, yeah, I saved this conversation. And Eggs is just a little bit bewildered. He'll listen. He is
James
the
info
least
dumping about
invested.
food.
Yeah, he is not at all invested whatsoever, but he will let James talk.
Like he's just like it just morphs into him like starting to like kind of debate with himself on what makes the best toppings for a pizza and like what actually makes it a good pizza and stuff and like there's just like a bunch of food related terms and like using and stuff and then he just kind of like comes back to himself and is like right, sorry, yeah, it's not like cardboard. It's not like eating cardboard, but it's like not eating like a really fluffy, good pizza, if that makes sense. It's like solidly in the middle. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Eggs sort of like just nods along. Like, well, I guess that makes sense for a place like this.
Yeah, like I think it. I swear there was like something that was like I feel like the setting kind of affects how food happens here. Like, the quality of a piece sometimes depends on, like, where you eat it too. Like, I don't know, man, because, like, there's, like, something about eating something cooked from a person that really cares about you, and then there's, like, you just scrounging up, like, a survival meal. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
food,
Oh,
but then there's the other end where someone makes you, like, the best goddamn dish of your life.
yeah, that makes sense. And he sounds a little wistful. You can roll insight if you would like.
Yep, he's gonna do an insight. +6. Ho ho, dirty
Oh,
23.
dirty 23. Eggs has not had the PartyPlex pizza. And not just because he works the night shift here. Uh, with how wistful he's sounding, you don't think Eggs has eaten anything in a while, or at least not anything that falls into that category you described of like being made with love. And he's had that at one point, but it was a very long time ago by now. And he's sort of looking back on that as you talk about it. And
Well, okay. All right. Uh, he kind of puts his hands on his hips and goes, "Okay, so like I know just barely finished cleaning the kitchens a little while ago, but do you got dietary issues or anything?"
uh, yeah, you could say that.
Okay, could you give me a little bit of a lowdown and stuff? Cause like you're giving off vibes where like you need a good home cooked meal or some shit, and I there's something screaming at me that I need to provide that. So like, can you have food or anything like that, or is there some kind of thing not letting you have quality food?
uh,
Like, you don't gotta elaborate. I just need like kind of a yes or a no.
I can't really eat anything. Uh, food. Uh,
Okay. Damn, I wish I knew how to fix that. Cause like you sound like you need like a real good home cooked meal right about now.
maybe it's fine. I've lasted this long without it.
Yeah, but like it's not just like your body that gets fed, it's like your soul. So like do you have any other kind of shit that like feeds the soul, metaphorically speaking?
Uh,
I am I think James is just southern, you guys. I don't know, man.
you can you can roll an insight. He is he is not saying anything.
Come on, dice. Ah, come on.
12. No, he's it seems like no nothing like that cuz he's not providing any possible alternatives, and, you know.
Okay, like Handy's right. You keep like something something that's not like you marinating in like sad. Cause like
I,
this, he kind of just gestures to all of eggs. This is sad.
yeah, I know. I've got my TV shows. He says
Oh,
really hesitantly because he's pretty sure that's also pretty sad.
look, having like some kind of media you're interested in, great first step. We need to get you something else, like some more enrichment and shit. Do you read?
I used to.
Hmm. What kind of books?
It's been a while. Uh, I mean, mostly stuff assigned for school and uh, fantasy, I guess.
Fantasy. Great. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have like a little itty bitty tiny, possibly 3-person, me, you, handy. We're gonna have a book club. All right. We're gonna get you some enrichment, man. Like,
And you bring up like, hey, when did I volunteer for this?
look, I didn't want to exclude you. Okay. If you want to read, you can. If you don't have to. But I'm just saying, like, we're gonna get you some enrichment so you don't have all of the sad in ya and shit.
That's you don't need to do that.
Oh, I know I don't, but like I'm gonna.
I
You, me, we're gonna find some really good his some really good fantasy books and like we're gonna talk about what we like, what we don't like, why this author's stupid or why this author's really great. It's gonna be good, all right? It's gonna be good. Promise. I promise.
I don't know if this is a good idea. Uh,
Look, how about we just try one book and if you really don't like me shoving books at your face, then fine. We'll figure something else. But like, let's just try one book, all right?
I I guess we could try that. Uh,
Awesome.
he looks so uncomfortable.
James is actively ignoring that he is going to be your friend now. Come hell or high waters, man.
Oh, James, I hold him soft.
He is in help mode now. He is going to try and bring enrichment to this poor night shift guard's life.
Precious. Excellent.
Yep. He's just like, okay, we can't supply this guy with like a bunch of like home baked goods. What else is really good and fulfilling? Oh, I know, books. Books. Books are great. We're gonna make you have the best time of your life. Yes.
Yeah, he, James seems nice. He's not going to say outright no. So I guess he's in a book club now.
His enthusiasm is happening. He is basically like by the power of his enthusiasm, he's basically metaphorically dragging eggs along.
this is You know, this is just what you gotta do with Egg. You gotta drag him along. He's like, you know that video of like a cat on a leash just being dragged.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's eggs right now. Poor guy.
Mhm. You gotta do
They're-
it to get him some fresh air and sunshine, though.
yep. Yep. And James is like determined. Come hell or high water, he's gonna do this, man.
This might be a good a good place to break it if we unless you have anything else like
I
James
I
running off
I
to go find a book.
I don't really think I have anything else really, because you have to wait until the PartyPlex is open.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I feel like we could end it here.
Yeah, I think so. Something sure happened,
Yep.
and the boys have met.
And the boys have met.
Amazingly, instead of wet cat energy squared, James stopped being as much wet cat. Had to balance
Yep.
it out.
Yep.
Oh,
To be fair, Eggs started activating his I must help button.
by being an even sadder, wetter cat.
Yep. Basically, it was like the mom friend override.
I'm a sad person until I see someone else sad and then I have to help them out of it, and I can't do that while I'm sad myself.
Yep. That's basically James. That's basically how James works.
Well, probably for the probably for the good of eggs. But yeah,
Hmm.
thank you for playing with me. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. This was great. My cheeks still hurt from how much I've been grinning.
And thank you to our huge audience for listening.
Thank you guys for coming to meet
Mhm.
two wet cats.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.